bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. And close your eyes. And take a couple of moments to begin to follow your breath. And notice the breath as it moves through the body. And just for a few moments, turn your palms up. And open the palms in a receiving, receptive mudra. And with your hands resting on your thighs or your knees and your eyes closed, just bring your awareness to the center of your hands. And as you focus your attention on the center of the palms, perhaps you feel a little warmth, a little tingling in the center of your hands. Just a reminder of the energy that's moving through your room, through the house, through your body, through the universe. And with the palms up in this receiving position, that energy is free to flow from the external to the internal. And then turn your palms down, and you can slowly open your eyes. And just take a moment, take a nice deep breath in, and exhale. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale. And one more time, take a nice deep breath, and exhale. Someone else wanted to get in here. And then take your hands to the sides of your hips and just stretch your fingers and release. Walk your hands out, wiggle your fingers, stretch your arms and release. And once again, walk your fingers out, stretch your arms and release. And then bring your hands back to your knees and turn your head to the right and back and turn left and back, turn to the right and back and turn left and back. And then lower your chin to your chest to release the back of your neck. Bring your chin parallel to the floor. And then, once again, drop the chin towards the chest. Keep your chin tucked in and roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. And just reach your right arm out and walk the right arm away to increase the stretch in your neck. And then come back to the middle, take the left ear, right ear to the right shoulder, Reach away with your left hand and stretch the left hand away. And then come back to the middle and bring your chin parallel to the floor. And then lift your eyes up to 12. You can close your eyes, lift them up to 12 o'clock and make circles with your eyes. And pause and lift the eyes up to 12 o'clock again and make circles in the other direction. And pause. Lift your eyes to 12. Take them to 9, across to 3, and down to 6. And then lift them up again to 12 o'clock. Take them to 3 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, to 6 o'clock. And then let the eyes float back into the center. And just pause for a moment. And then slowly open up your eyes. And once again, take your hands to the sides of your hips and reach your arms up. Turn your palms and exhale. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale. Inhale. Reach your arms up, interlace your palms, your fingers, and press your palms up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to your chest and press your hands away. Bend the elbows in and reach your arms up. Release the interlace of your hands, wiggle your fingers, and bring your palms up in front of you, or arms up in front of you with your palms down, and just spread and close your hands, open and close. And then tuck your thumbs underneath your fingers, make a loose fist, and make some circles with your wrists. And go the other way. Press your palms up, and then point your fingers down, and just wave the hands up and down. Good. And then bring your palms to face one another. So like we do when we're laying down, we're going to protract and retract the shoulders. So as you reach forward, protract your shoulders, which just means to separate them. And then draw the shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades together slightly. Reach forward, and then come back. And then again, shrug your shoulders forward, and then bring the shoulders back. Good. Take your arms up overhead. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Reach across your body with the left arm and back, and reach across with the right arm and back. Reach across and down with the left, and then across and down with the right. And then hold on to opposite elbows and take your arms up to your head. You can let your arms rest on your head if you like. And from here, lean to your right, come back up to the center, lean left, and come back up, lean right, and up, and lean left, and up. And then bring your arms down in front of you, slide your arms to the right, and then bring them over to the left. Come back to the middle. Refold your arms, and then slide to the left, and slide right. And then come back to the center, bring your arms up overhead. Reach your right arm up and roll the right arm in towards your ear, and bend your elbow. Walk your left hand up to your right elbow, and stretch your triceps. And then bring your arm down in front of you, cradle your wrist in the crook of your thumb and forefinger, and bring your arm across the body. And then release and take your left arm up, roll it in towards your ear, bend your elbow, walk your right hand up to the left elbow and stretch your triceps. And then bring your arm down, cradle the arm in your hand, and draw your arm across. And then come back to the center, bring your hands to your knees and round your back and lift your chest. round your back, lift your chest, and round your back, and lift your chest. And then take your legs out in front of you. And slide your heels, tap your knees. And bring your hands to the sides of your hips. Just come and sit in Dandasana, staff pose. Press gently through the balls of your feet. And lift your kneecaps. Draw your kneecaps up towards your thighs to make your thighs nice and firm. Roll your shoulders back and down and lift your sternum. And then just bring your hands forward. And just pause here for a moment. And then walk yourself up. Tap your knees. And now this time take your arms up. We're going to hinge forward at the hips. If you can bring your first two fingers right between your big toe and your second toe, do that. And then take your thumbs and press against your big toenail. And as you do that, lift up your chest. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then release and tap your knees. Point and flex your feet. And make some circles with your ankles. And go the other way. And bring your big toes together. And sweep the pinkies to the floor. And just windshield wipe your feet. Good. And then take your hold behind your knees and take your legs wide. Make sure that your toes and your knee are pointing in the same direction. And look at your legs and see if they're about the same stretch apart. So sometimes one leg likes to go a little wider than the other. And then just bring your hands forward. And pause here. And then walk your hands a little bit more forward. Spread your fingers wide. Press your hands into the floor and lift up your chest. And walk yourself back up. Hold on behind your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. And hold on to your ankles. Let your knees drop out to the sides. And then relax your legs a minute. Walk your hands back behind you. And as you walk your hands back, your knees will drop down a little bit more. So remember, a couple of times we've done this in class. If you look at your knees and determine which one is higher, if you put a block under the one that's, if you put a block under the one that's lower, your higher knee will drop. So if you look at me, for example, my right knee is a little higher than my left. So I'm going to place a block underneath my left knee. You see what happened to my right leg? It dropped down. So if you want to give that a try, it's just a way to continue to open up your legs. And then bring your feet out in front of you. Hold on to the tops of your knees and round your back. And lift your chest. Round your back. Lift your chest. And round your back. And lift your chest. And then if you're sitting on something, you might want to just come off so that you can balance a little bit better, just flat on your mat. So interlace your hands. If this doesn't work for you, you can use a belt. And bring your hands to the bottom of your left foot. Lift your chest. Find the balancing spot between your sitting bones and your sacrum. And then just take your left leg halfway up so the shin is parallel to the floor. And then take the leg all the way up and lower. And then let's do the same on the right side. So hold on to the bottom of your foot, lift your chest up, draw the navel in, bring your shin parallel to the floor, and then extend your leg. And then lower down. So we're going to take both feet up, so one hand on each foot. Find the balancing spot. Make sure there's nothing hard behind you if you fall back and don't want to hit your head. And then just take the legs parallel to the floor and lower down. You want to do this a different way. So once again, take your the first two fingers on your hands, bring them to the middle, in between your big toe and your second toe, and press into your, and take your arms on the outside. Press into your big toes with the toenail. And then bring your feet up, parallel to the floor. And then, if you can, take the legs up. And then release. Extend your legs, tap your knees. And one time, just come forward. And walk yourself up. And let's come on to hands and knees. So if you have a towel or a blanket or something, if your knees are cranky, remember you can put the towel underneath your knees if you need it. Make sure you have your weights nearby. And you want, if you have blocks or whatever you're using as a substitute for blocks, have those close by. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and extend your right leg out behind you and rock your toes back and forth. And press your heel to the wall. A nice stretch in your calf and in the Achilles tendon, and also in the plantar tendon, which is in the bottom of your foot. And then lift your right leg up, cross it over the left, press your toes into the floor, lift your thigh up, and then turn to look out over your left shoulder. And then come back to the center and take your left toes out behind you, rock your toes, and press your heel to the wall. Lift up your left leg, cross it over the right, press the toes into the floor, lift your thigh up, turn towards your right shoulder. And then come back to the center. So take one of your weights. Now we've done these before, these are called butt blasters, you'll remember. If you don't have a weight, then just do them without a weight. So we're going to start with the weight behind the right knee. You do have to scrunch the weight a little bit so it doesn't fall. Flex your right foot and bring your thigh parallel to the floor. And then we're just going to pulse for 15. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whoops, and lower down. And then take the weight to your left, behind your left knee, and give it a little, whoops, this is not working very well for me today. All right, let's see if I can get it to work. All right, there we go. Flex your foot, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And lower down. And then you can set that weight back at the top of your mat. And back to table. Press into the floor around your back. Inhale and lift your chest. And round your back. And lift your chest. And one more time, round your back. And lift your chest. Come to a neutral spine and step your left foot forward so that you come into a kneeling position. And reach for your weights. Just bring them to either side of your left foot for down. Good. And then from here, reach your arms up for crescent lunge. And reach your fingertips up, lift up through these back ribs. And then bring your hands to the center of your chest. And as you exhale, take your right elbow over your left knee and thigh and twist. And then come back to the middle and fold forward slightly, reach for your weights. And we're going to do some reverse flies. So you hinge a little forward and we'll lift. So inhale, 1 and lower, 2, lower, 3, lower, 4, lower, 5, lower, 6, lower, 7, lower, 8, lower, 9, lower, 10, lower, 2 more, 11, lower, and 12, lower. And then step your foot back, you can set your weights down, and then step your right foot forward. And any amount that's comfortable, you can scoot your left leg back. Descend the buttock flesh to lift up your chest, to help lift your chest. And then reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. And with your exhale, bring your left elbow over the right thigh and twist. And then come back to the center. Reach for your weights. And come forward slightly with a little bit of a hinge at your hips. And here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 5, lower, 6, lower, 7, lower, 8, lower, 9, lower, 10, lower, 11, lower, and 12, lower. And you can set your weights down, step back to table, and then hold on a minute. Somebody's trying to get in. I don't know about coming in halfway through this program, but okay. All right, so let's walk your hands forward so that they're in front of your shoulders. And spread your fingers wide. Index fingers point towards the top of your mat, and pinky fingers reach out towards the side of your mat. Curl your toes. And then lift your hips up and press back for downward facing dog. Press into your hands, lengthen through your arms, draw your navel up and in, and press your thighs to the wall behind you. Glide forward to plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands and walk or step your feet forward for forward fold. And then inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart and pause for a moment. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold forward. Bend your knees and plant your hands. Step your feet back for downward dog. Take a few breaths. And then look forward to your hands, walk, step, or step your feet forward to forward fold. And then press your feet into the floor. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up and bring your hands to your heart. And then pause in Tadasana. Okay. Take your weights and come to the center of your mat. Come to stand in Tadasana. So make your legs hip distance apart and lift your kneecaps. Engage your quads. Descend the buttock flesh. Lift your chest. And we're just going to rock from side to side, bend from side to side. So let's start lower the left and inhale up, lower right and up. 2 and 2. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 and 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then take your weights up in front of you so that your lower arms are parallel to the floor. If you can hold them a little bit in front of you, not like right underneath so that you're resting on your midsection, but just out a little bit. And then take your feet a little bit wide. And we're just going to twist. So let's start by going to the right, center, left, center. 2, center, 2, center. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then come back to standing with your feet about hip distance apart. And we did these last week. We're going to step out to the side and squat. So come back. Okay, remember those. Step out and back. 3 and back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And come back. And then we'll go to the other side. Step out. 1. Step 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. And pause. Now, you can we're going to do some regular squats, plie squats. So you can either do these with a weight or without. And if you have a regular weight, you can just hold it like this so that it is vertical. Otherwise, I'm going to use both hands for mine. Turn your toes out slightly. Now remember, when you do your squats, you want to come down and push your glutes back to the wall, keep the chest lifted. And up, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then you can heel toe your feet together. So we're going to do nose breakers or skull crushers. So again, you can either use one weight or you can use one in each hand. It's up to you. I think today I'm just going to use one weight. So I'm going to start with one foot stepped behind me just because I find it easier to balance. I'm going to take my arms up straight and then just bend my elbows and lower down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you can release that down. And then just you can set your weights down for a moment. And just roll your shoulders, bend your knees and roll your shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up, exhale. And inhale up, exhale. Good. And then step your feet wide. And turn your right toes out and turn your left toes in. Soften your knee. Roll your thigh to the pinky toe side of your foot. Turn your back toe in. Bring your hands out to a knee. Relax your shoulders, either way. And then reach with your right arm. Imagine reaching over the back of a chair. Bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block, whatever works best for you. Try and stay on your feet. And then press into your feet. Reach up with the top arm. Reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with your back hand. Extend your knee over your ankle for warrior two. Look out over the end of your right fingertips. And then reach back with your left hand, straighten your right knee. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And then turn your left toes out and your right toes in. Soften your knee. Turn your thigh to the pinky toe side. And then straighten your leg. Reach your arms out, relax your shoulders. Reach with your left arm, cutting with the left hip. Bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block. And reach the other arm up, unless you have a shoulder problem, which I forgot to say on the other side. But most of you know where to put your hands anyways, based on your own bodies. And then press your feet into the floor. Reach up with that top arm. Reverse your triangle. Bring your arms back to parallel. Reach back with your right arm. Extend your left knee over your left ankle. And look out over your left fingertips. Reach back with your right arm. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And then heel toe your feet together. Just want to check time. Okay, good. So let's take your weights. And we're going to start with hammer curls. So let's do, last week I think we did alternating. Let's do simultaneous today. So we'll just start 1 and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And let's do front lifts So we'll do them together. So lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And just give yourself a little bit of a roll of your shoulders and pause. So let's do 12 upright rows. So we start with the hands in the center. And remember, when you bring your elbows up, don't take your hands higher than your shoulders. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. And then let's do some curls. So we'll do bicep curls. Again, I like to stand with one foot behind me for bicep curls, but again, it's your choice. Take whichever stance feels best for you. So here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, lower. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And pause. So we're going to do some presses, overhead press. So I think what we'll do is let's do alternating, because we did simultaneous last time. So let's start with the left arm, lift and lift, lift and lift, lift and lift, left and right, 5 and right, 6 and right, 7 and right, 8 and lift, 9 and lift, 10 and lift, 11 and lift, and 12 and lift. And then just bring the weights down. Set them down for a moment. We're going to put them up right again. But just give your arms a shake. Maybe roll your shoulders a little. Do them in both directions. And just sort of swing your arms. Let them relax a bit. So we're going to put together some of those lifts that we just did. So take your weights again. Step your feet wide. Turn your palms towards the camera. And then bend your knees. We're going to squat, curl, press, lower, and lower. Lift, press, lower, lower. Curl, press, lower, lower. 4, press, lower, lower. 5, press, lower, lower. 6, press, lower, lower. 7, press, lower, lower. 8, press, lower, lower. 9, press, lower, lower. 10, press, lower, lower. 11, press, lower, lower. And 12, press, lower, and lower. Bring the weights to your hips. Step your feet in a little bit. And then lift your left heel and lower and right and lower. left and right, left and right, left, right, left, right, left, and right. And then come up onto both toes and balance. And then lower down. And heel toe your feet together. You can set your weights down. And then find a spot where at least you can have a hand on a piece of furniture or something to steady yourself. So we're going to do tree pose. So start by pressing into your right big toe mound. Firm your right standing leg. Find a focal point and fix your gaze. And then bring your left foot either to your ankle or to your shin, or I know some of you can come all the way up. But either way, wherever you are, press the standing leg into your foot and your foot into your leg. And then if your hand is on a wall, if you have a wall close by, or just on a piece of furniture, keep that right hand there. Reach up with your left arm. And you can stay here, or if you feel balanced, you can bring the hands up. And then release your arms and release your leg. And then come to the other side, bring your feet together. Once again, press into the left big toe mound. Firm your left leg. Find your focal point and fix your gaze. You can bring your other hand to your hip. Bring your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or again, for those of you who can go all the way up, you can go all the way up. Bring your knee slightly forward and down. Oops. Reach up with your right arm. And then if you feel steady, reach up with the left. And then lower your arms and lower your leg. And just give everything a little bit of a shake. And hold on to your left foot with the left hand to stretch your quad. And then release. And then hold on to the right foot with the right hand to stretch the quad. And release. So this is another experiment. Hopefully it goes better than the one we had that I did last week. But I thought maybe just for dance, or if you have something that you can put your hands on. So let's start with the right foot and reach around for the inside arch of your right foot. And just walk forward, press your foot into your hand, hand into your foot. And then slowly come up. And then try the other side. So take your left foot into your hand. Walk your hand off to the side, maybe to your piece of furniture or forward. And then hinge forward. Press your foot into your hand, hand into your foot. And then come on down. And once again, give everything a shake. Good. And then let's come back down onto our backs and onto your mat. And once you come down onto your mat, bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then rock from side to side. And then extend your legs and extend your arms. Reach and stretch, do a full body stretch. Point your toes, do a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms down by your sides and bend your knees. Walk your hands down towards your feet and press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back into the mat. And release. And press your feet, press the lower back into the mat. And release. Draw your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then let your knees fall away. Exhale and bring them in. Inhale, let them fall away. Exhale, bring them in. And then inhale, let the knees fall away. Cross the left ankle over the right, separate your knees, and make circles around your low back and sacrum. And then pause and draw your thighs in towards your chest with your knees pointed towards the armpits. And then let your legs fall away. Cross the right ankle over the left and make circles in the other direction. And pause, draw the knees in, rock in and out. And then uncross your knees, take your feet flat up to the floor and just point and flex your feet. And then make circles with your ankles again and go the other way. Stretch your legs up, press your thighs into your hands, and then draw them in. Press your legs up and draw them in. And press your legs up and draw them in, rock in and out. You can either stay right here or you can reach for the outside edges of your feet and rock from side to side in happy baby. And then bring your feet to the floor. Bring your ankles together. Bring your knees together and take your arms out to a T. Lift your hips up a skosh and then take your hips over to the left and let your knees go to the right. Keep your shoulders on the mat. You can gaze out over your left shoulder or keep your eyes at the ceiling. Come back up to the middle, bring your hips back to the center. Bring your ankles and your knees together again. Lift your hips up, scoot them over to the right this time, and then bring your knees over to the left. Again, keep your shoulders on the mat, your gaze either at the ceiling or over your right shoulder. And then come back up to the center, bring your hips back into the middle. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Rock your knees from side to side. And then take your knees all the way over to the left to stretch the front of your hip. And then come back up to the middle and take the knees over to the right. Come back up to the middle, extend both legs, extend your arms, and stretch your body. Reach and stretch, press through the balls of your feet, do a pelvic tilt. You really feel those lower abs begin to engage. And then release your arms down, and you can prepare for Shavasana. So as you get yourself comfortable on your mat and prepare for final relaxation, just let your legs be comfortable. Let your legs relax and be heavy. Relax your hips. and let them be heavy. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. And your neck. Relax the skin on your face. Relax your scalp. Let your entire body feel heavy. Feel relaxed. As you rest here in Shavasana, just notice your body. Notice how it feels differently from when we started practice to how it feels now. Notice if you feel anything pulling or tugging. Make sure that you're aware during the course of your day. I have for you today 7 thoughts on gratitude. Gratitude changes your eyes. See the good. Gratitude changes your mouth. Speak the good. Gratitude changes your hands. Embrace the good. Gratitude changes your brain. Think the good. Gratitude changes your heart. Feel the good. Gratitude changes your vibe. Exude the good. Gratitude changes you. Be the good. Now you can begin to bring some awareness back into your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers. And perhaps stretch the body one last time. And then slowly roll onto your right side and pause there for a moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and a long, slow, complete breath out. And then gently press into your hands and bring yourself up to sit in Sukhasana. Bring your hands to the center of the chest, lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy, thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in us. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love around you, and the pure love within you.
Namaste. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Ginny.